Good day, ma'am. Good day, everyone. I am Glory Girodondo, BE Scream Section Golf. For today's video, I'm going to discuss the summarization of the theory and philosophy of the police service. So, this is the first topic. Fundamental purpose of a police service. So, number one is major crimes. These are the example: the homicide, murder, rape, robbery, arson, and many more. The next one is offense against public morals. Example, gambling, illegal drugs, and there are more. The next one is those related to maintenance of peace and order. Example, the illegal possession, the trespassing, assault, and there are more also. So the next topic is police activities. Number one, prevention of criminality. So these are the example like they are preventing of the criminal doing in society. So they're going to prevent. Next is the repression of crime. So the example is the police officer will make a patrolling around the area to prevent or minimize the criminal activities. So the next is apprehending of offender. So to the person who commit criminal activities, so the police officer will send to the custody. It will include also the punishment. The next one is recovery of property. This causes reduction cost of the crime, which also prevent other benefiting against of the crime. So the next one is performance of related miscellaneous service. So example, they will conduct assistance, also emergencies such as search and operation during accident and calamities. Next is the fundamentals theories of the service. Law enforcers or policemen are regarded as servants of the community who rely for the efficiency of their functions upon the express needs of the people. So, regarded as servants of the community, so natin gitawag karon nga police-community relation because the community is in partnership with the police because the officer rely to the community. Example, the police officer kay naay surveillance of the suspect. So ang community ana is mo cooperate sa officer to para madakop ang perpetrator. So, muna gikinahanglan ang police and community relationship to communicate or para mag-isa sila nga ang community o ang police officer is naa sila unity or communication to para magkahiusa sila to dakop that perpetrator. So, in that case, makita nato kung how cooperative the community is sa officer. So, if cooperative sila sa ang community sa officer, so makita na to ang result nga maayo gyud. The next is the police are civil servants whose duty in the preservation of public peace and order. So, we all know that the main function of the police officer is to preserve the public peace and security. Mostly practiced in the United States and England, where a decentralized pattern of government structure is followed. So, decentralized is mao ni siya ginatawag nato nga example, the LGU of the local government unit or the local government unit is so the nation itself is kanang dili sila maka like example na ay concern, dili sila makabalo nga unsay concern sa isang barangay, sa munisipyo or sa region without the communication of the leader of the LGU. So dili nila ma-forward ang concerns. So mao nang dis, mao nang decentralized is the concern would be forwarded. So example, diri um, sa Bohol, so is gibagyo, so kinahanglan sila tabang. So the national government would know, because if the leader or the leader of the LGU, example the mayor or the governor will forward the um, the concerns about the typhoon or the calamities. So the national government will help, and because of the centralized and also the communication of the leaders and um, the national government. The next is the continental theory. Policemen are regarded as state or servants of the higher authorities. People had no share or little participation with the duties nor connection with the police organization. So these are the example of the place where this continental theory is effective. Spain, Italy, and France. So continental theory is really different from the um, home rule theory, because um, the police officer in the continental theory is serving the interest of the higher authority, not like the home rule theory is the community, but the continental theory is only for the higher authority. So they are focusing to the high authority of the government. So the next is the old concept called the reactive method. The yardstick of police competence is the increasing numbers of arrests, throwing offenders in detention facilities rather than trying to prevent from them committing crimes. So the old concept is um kani nga sa sinauna nga mga konsepto is like ang police officer is ma-efficient ra ila ang kanang pagtrabaho if daghan sila nadakop, daghan sila nakasuhan, or like ingana nga mga pamaagi, not like sa proactive method in the proactive method is kanang maghatag sila og warning to prevent the criminal activities. So na sa old method is kanang makita lang ilang worth gani, or nagtrabaho sila og maayo nga na if daghan sila madakop, not like sa ato karon is nato natay bag-o nga pamalaod karon. So mao ni siya ang old method nga nagbase lang ang mga police officers, ang nagbase lang sa ang ilang efficient if daghan sila nadakop, or kanang daghan sila nakasuhan, or daghan sila na preso. Next is the modern concept, also called the proactive method. Police officers are always present, not only to perform their respective duties, but more importantly, to assure the general public and the government that somebody is available or within the proximity to deter people from committing crime. So, mao ni siya ang giingon ako gay nga proactive method is naghatag na daan og warning naghatag na daan og warning sa person nga to prevent the criminal activities because of the kabalo na sila, og kabalo sila sa unsay punishment ana if mag attempt sila og buhat og criminal activity. So not like in the old theory is the reactive method is ma-efficient lang ang police officer dito if daghan sila madakop or daghan sila mapreso, not like in the proactive method or the modern theory is ma-efficient ilang pagtrabaho if less or measured by decreasing numbered sa criminal percent kibali gamay na mubo na lang ang percent sa krimen nga nga hitabo because of the also sa pag trabaho po sa police officer like patrolling ana so ma-prevent ang crime so wala pa mahitabo nga crime. So mo ni karon ang gipatupad sa ato in the present mo ni karon ang morning the modern theory. Police organizational unit. Functional unit, the components of the police organization designed to work or to perform specific tasks. Letter A, the Bureau, the largest organic functional unit within a large department. It comprises of numbers of divisions. Letter B, the divisions, primary subdivision of the Bureau. Letter C, section, functional unit within division that is necessary for specialization. Letter D, the unit, functional group within a section or the smallest function group within organization. Number 2, line units. These components of the police organization are those personnel or human resources that directly interact with the public. Included are those from traffic, patrol, and investigation units. Number 3 is the geographic territorial units. These components of the police organization are based on territorial jurisdiction. Letter A, post, a fixed point for location to which an officer is assigned for duty. Letter B, road, a length of street designed for patrol purpose and it also called line beat. Letter C, beat, an area assigned for patrol purposes, whether foot or motorized. Sector, an area of containing 2 or more beats, roads or posts. Letter A, district, a geographical subdivision of a city for patrol purposes, usually with its own station. Letter F, area, a section or territorial subdivision, division of a large city, each compressed a designate districts. Principles of police organization. Number 1, span of control. It is maximum number of subordinates and a given position that is superior can be supervised effectively. Number 2 is a delegation of authority. Organization grows in complexity. It soon become apparent that delegation must take place. Number 3, authority involves the right to make decision, give orders, and expect to be obeyed. In relation to work assignments, it is the right to require action others. It is permission to make commitments, use resources, and to take other necessary action to make possible performance of the assigned work. Number 4 is the responsibility and accountability. It is double obligation. Responsibility is the obligation to perform the assigned work in suitable manner or to see that someone else does it suitable manner. Number 2 is the accountability. For its proper performance, accountability is defined of the obligation of a subordinate to report the delegating superior upon the exercise of the authority and performance of the assignment. 5. Delegation. Delegation is the act of transferring selected responsibility with commensurate authority to one more subordinates. Delegation of authority should from a superior to his immediate subordinates. Number 6 is the unity of command. Unity of command means that each person from the bottom to the top of the organization has just one boss and no one but the boss should be giving him direct orders. Traditional organizational theories. Number one is planning, working without inboard outlines the things that need to be done and methods for doing the transition. Bureaucratic management by Max Wilfer. Bureaucratic management by Max Weber. Number one, hierarchy. Each lower office is under the control of supervision of a higher one. Number two is division of labor. Is based on the specified sphere of competence. Number three, it is rational rules applied uniformly throughout the organization. Number four, record and administrative act decision and roles are put into writing. Number five, the rights associated with a position are the property of office and not the office holders. Number six, merit. Employees are appointed and promoted on the basis qualifications and special training. Number seven, the maintenance of impersonal relationship because rational decision can only be made objectively without emotions. Initiative theory by Henry Fayol. Number one, division of work or specializations. Number two, the authority and responsibility. Number four, the discipline. In essence, the obedience application, energy and behavior. Number four, unity of directions with one head and one plan. Number five, subordinations of individual interest to the general interest. The interest of an individual or a group employees does not prevail over the concerns of the organizations. Number six is the remunerations of personnel to be fair to the employees and employer.